And we're talking about 17 defendants who face criminal charges, including charges of hate crimes as well as gang allegations. One defendant faces an attempted murder charge. Now, what this all stems from is an attack that happened back in June in Ocean Beach against 3 African-American men. I can tell you the courtroom is packed right now. Things were supposed to start getting underway at 10 a.m., but because there are so many defendants and many of them have private attorneys, it's taking a while for things to get sorted out. But we do have video from inside the courtroom of some of those defendants being formally charged. We also have video from the scene that night back on June 6th of what appeared to be a violent attack. According to police, 3 young men got into an argument with several bikers outside of a bar near Newport Avenue in Bacon. One man was stabbed in the chest, another was knocked out. Now, that night, police arrested 1 suspect. There was an investigation, and since then, the case ended up in the hands of a grand jury. In the end, they charged 17 people. A news conference just got started upstairs on the 13th floor of the Hall of Justice. We'll be hearing from the DA's office as well as nearly a dozen other members of law enforcement, including the ATF, the San Diego Sheriff's Department, as well as San Diego Police and several other police departments in this area.
When you can get gas for free.
I mean, I get why people are doing it, but it's still not right. It's still not right.
And illegal. Didn't stop a Detroit man from stealing almost 800 gallons of gas right here at this Shell station at 8 Mile in Wyoming.
They just open the pump for them automatically.
And then cars just keep coming up and fill up?
Yeah, they just meet up with them and tell them come over here.
That's Mo on the phone. He owns this very busy gas station. When he says open the pump, the thief overrides the system, basically hacking in using a Bluetooth connection from his phone as a kind of remote. Then it's a free-for-all. How many gallons have they gotten from you guys?
From us, around 800 gallons.
Just shy of $3,000. When the clerks inside try to stop it, they can't.
And every time we put pump 3 stop, it wasn't doing anything. We have to shut off the whole pumps. We got emergency stops.
This happens to be a Detroit police patrolled Project Greenlight gas station. With that comes surveillance video of a suspect who investigators are actively looking for. But it's not just one guy, and this maneuver is not new, just resurfacing, like at this Speedway station downriver in Riverview this month. In this case, they used a bait and switch. One guy distracted the clerk with a Cash App problem inside, while the other hacked the pump. They got away with $54 in gas.
It's so officer. It happened inside the Kansas City Municipal Detention Center.
The city says they're releasing it in the name of transparency. Now, there's a total of 13 videos. KCTV5 investigative reporter Angie Racono has been closely watching all of them. We do want to warn you, the videos are disturbing.
And Angie joins us now live in studio. Now, Angie, what can you tell us about what we're seeing here?
We can tell you about these videos that had happened last week. We have 2 corrections officers now on unpaid leave. We want to show you those videos right now. Let's get right to it. 13 videos. They are 15 minutes in length, and it's different angles of a continued confrontation between guards and a detainee. The detainee kicks a corrections officer and later spits on the corrections officer. She deploys her pepper spray and strikes him. So does another officer. At one point, the detainee is being transported in a wheelchair, and that's because he wouldn't walk. You can see in some of the other videos, he's fighting and resisting guards. At one point, his pants come off and he's shackled. So how this incident was handled is now being called out by the mayor. I'm going to read you.
Rainstorm flooded streets and highways and shut down sections of the subway system today. Flooding rose above car tires in some areas, with some drivers abandoning their vehicles during the rush hour. WABC's Lauren Glassberg now with more.
This intersection here in Brooklyn flooded at about 8 this morning. The water rose to about knee-high very quickly. It took out many cars in the process, also took down this dining shed, just lifted it right off its base. It flooded basements as well. It is a real mess for this community.
Where we're standing actually was about like 2 to 3 feet of water, and the cars were floating around. I mean, they were literally like boats on wheels.
That's why we see cars kind of askew
yes,
throughout.
Yes. And everybody was trying to navigate also. We're getting into deep spots, and they were just kind of swerving around, and but it was insane.
Roger Lee watched it all from his balcony over the intersection, the rising water, the cars bumping into each other, and across the street the neighbors knew this would happen because it does often.
It was up to here.
And you have this barrier because this happens all the time.
All the time. It happened this past South suburban Country Club Hills, police activity outside the Walmart on 167th Street. CBS 2 streaming anchor Brad Edwards is monitoring the situation live from the newsroom. Brad?
Yeah, Jim, I mean, what you've got is what you see there. Again, this is the Walmart there at 167th and Pulaski down in Country Club Hills. We are told by sources and just confirmed with city officials that Loomis truck, the truck's like a Brinks truck, carry on a lot like cash.
Yes, ma'am. I love Walmart.
After football practice.
Which medical? My son got shot, Nick. Your son was shot? Okay. My son. It is that I'm at Jason Brewery, but I can't get it out on us. Okay, where is he? How old is he? He's right here in front of me. How old is he? I know, just wait. How old is he? He's 13, man.
Okay, do you know the description of the shooter or any information on him?
No, I have no description.
Do you have a visual on him right now on the juvenile?
It is a juvenile. I don't know if the guy in the car is the one who was shot or he's the one who did the shooting. I don't know.
Okay, so this happened Monday night, and investigators say the boys got into some type of altercation during practice, and then the 11-year-old allegedly ran to his mother's car, got a gun, and then shot one victim in the arm, the other in the torso. Now, thankfully, both of those injured teens are expected to be okay, but that alleged shooter was taken into custody and charged with second-degree attempted murder. All right, let's bring in legal analyst and trial attorney Misty Maris. Misty, great to see you. Such a